In this video I will work to integrate Azure DevOps with external tools or services. If we have some other tasks, some other tools like Jenkins and other resources, and we want to integrate our Azure DevOps project with those tools, we can integrate it through the Azure DevOps. To do that, here I have a project. Click on your project. Here at the project settings, we have under the general, we have service hook. Through this service hook we can connect our DevOps with external tool. Click on create subscription. Here we have different services. At the services tab, we have App Center, different kind of services: Azure Storage, Azure Bus Service, Bamboo, Graphene, Jenkins. These are the external tool or services that we can integrate them in our Azure DevOps project. For example, let's suppose I have a project at the Jenkins side. I want to integrate it in DevOps. Select the Jenkins. Here it shows the details, what kind of events or services are supported at this. Yes, the Jenkins support. It supports build complete, code push, pull request, merge attempt, release deployment completed. These are the services that's supported by Jenkins with the Azure DevOps. When you select the services, click next. Here a trigger on this type of event, you can select one of those services that at the previous page it was explained. For example, we said build complete. When you select build complete, here we select the project that we have and also the build status. Okay, what kind of actions we want to do? We want to, when the build is succeeded or partially succeeded, failed, stopped, which status do you want to integrate? For example, we select succeeded. Click next. Here the most important part is the setting parts. To integrate the Jenkins and Azure DevOps, we need to fill this information. That is a Jenkins base URL, the URL of a Jenkins Jenkins projects, the username, the pass API token or the password, and also once we provide these details, the build and the other option will be populated automatically. And click next, and the connection will be established. Through this way, if you have a project in Jenkins, you can integrate it with the Azure DevOps. Or here we have different other options like Microsoft Team. If you want to integrate Azure DevOps with Microsoft Team, we can do it this way too. For example, the other option is webhooks. We can integrate our projects with webhooks too. Click on next. Here select the options. Once you select, click next. The same thing, the settings should be provided, like the URL, like the username, password, HTTP header, and all the required information should be completed. Then click next, and the connection will be established and your project will be linked with that external services. This was the way that we can connect our DevOps project with the external services. The other tool that we want to connect is ITSM, or IT Service Management Tool, or ServiceNow, which is a ticketing system. We can integrate our Azure with ITSM too. We can integrate it from Azure DevOps, or the best way is to go to the Azure portal. Here I'm in the Azure portal. Click on type marketplace. At the search box, type IT Service Management. ITSM. Okay, here we have different tools for IT Service Management Connector. The one that is mostly used and developed by Microsoft is IT Service Management Connector. Click on this and create. Select your subscription, the resource group, and since I don't have any resource group, I need to create one. And to create a service connection or ITSM, we need a log analytic workspace. First we need to create this one and the resource group, then we can create it. Let's do that first. Okay, in the search box type log analytics workspace. This is the required feature for ITSM connection. Click the log analytic workspace, click create, select the subscription, the resource group. I don't have, I need to create one. And give the name. Give the name for your log analytics workspace, select the region, click next, review and create. Validation passed successfully, click create. Okay, we wait for the deployment to complete it. The deployment is completed. This log analytics is only important and required to record the logs. I don't want to give more explanation about this. We go back to the marketplace. Type IT service management connector. And the first one is IT Service Management Connector. Select this, click create. Again, select the subscription, select the resource group that we have created, and select your log analytics workspace. Once you select the resource group, the log analytics workspace, click next. Wait for the validation to pass, click create. Okay, the resource is completed, your deployment is complete. Click go to resources. Here we have different options, like at the overview give the details about our ITSM and the other options. To link the Azure with ITSM, here we have at the workspace data source, here we have ITSM connection. Click on ITSM connection, click on add, give a name for your connection, select the partner type, which is ServiceNow. The important part is here the server URL. We need to type the ServiceNow URL, the username, the password, client ID, client secret. Once we provide this information, we click create and the connection will be established. When the connection will be established, our Azure will be integrated, will be connected with the ServiceNow, which is a ticketing system. This was the way that we can connect Azure DevOps and Azure Portal with the external service tool. At the next video, I will work on how we can integrate and connect Azure DevOps with Microsoft Teams, which is a communication platform. That if we create a project, if we create something in the board, or a project is created, a repository is created, or a pipeline is created and succeeded, the result will be displayed at the Microsoft Teams. We will work on this at the next video. Thank you.